In order to add a campaign or to look at particular campaigns, you're just going to go to Do Good and Support Campaigns. From here, any campaigns that have already been added will be listed, and this will continue to go down the page, and you'll see a simple Add a Campaign button. The adding campaign can be done from here. It can also be done from your account page. So if we're going to My Account, and if you go down to Campaigns, you can create a campaign from here as well. So two different ways to start a campaign and to create that campaign, either from My Account or from the Support Campaigns main landing page. So from here, if I'm looking to add a campaign, and I'm going to create a sample campaign so that we can see, number one, the type of campaign that we think is going to make a lot of sense, and also what are all the assets and what are the options that you have with a campaign. So in order to add a campaign, I've got some very straightforward things here. So campaign title is going to be something that you want to be descriptive of the actual campaign so that if that's all the person saw, they would understand what you're trying to achieve with it. So that's an important one. And like I said, I have a sample one already ready here, so I'm going to go ahead and add it in. You can see what I've done is basically already set forth all of the elements that I need for my campaign. So I've got my campaign title, and this is actually for the Atlanta Community Food Bank. I've got a description or a short blurb about the campaign, and I'll show you in just a minute where that actually shows up when you're looking at a campaign. So I've got my short description. And again, you want this to be something that's very descriptive and that people are going to get the idea for what this is about. So I'm going to go with something I think is, free summer food programs for kids. You're going to need an image. So I've got an image here that's all ready. JPEG image is what you're going to want for this. And you'll see once I upload my image, I can crop it to the shape that it needs to be to fit within the page. So we built in a little cropping tool so that you can come in here, set it that way, and it ends up being exactly the right size. Once I've uploaded it, set the cropping area, I'm going to click Preview. From there, I get to see what the finished product's going to be here. And if it looks good, I'm going to say, use this as my campaign image. And now it's set. So I've got my title, my description, my campaign image is there. Now I got my campaign details. This is where I actually put in the text surrounding the campaign. What is this about? Who's going to participate? How you want to participate? So I've already set forth my details. I'm just going to copy and paste those in. You'll see it's inside of a little WYSIWYG editor here, which is a what you see is what you get editor. Just means that it's going to write the HTML for you. When you paste it in, you can come in here. Sometimes you do see some extra spaces, but that's okay. Those will generally be removed upon saving. You can also add links directly in here. So you can see this, we really want to be a link. So I'm just going to copy it, add that link with the link button. Target just means, do you want this to open in the existing window that the person's browsing in or a new window? I'm going to set it to open in a new window. That way they're still going to see my campaign, but they can also open a new window and go see more details about this particular campaign that's being run on an external site. You can see this goes to acfb.org. So I've got my description in, I've got my image, I got my general information. Some other options that you have. If you want to put in a campaign video, you can, but you don't have to. So if you already have a video that's been created that's relevant, I'm going to, just for demonstration purposes, go ahead and add on a YouTube video that they did create. It's not specific to the campaign, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to paste that in. We then need a start date, and I'll just put tomorrow, and we'll put the end of the month, or actually let's put it out a little bit. So we'll say this campaign runs through September 1st. If you want this to run and be part of your organization page, you're going to select the organization that it belongs in. It doesn't have to. So it can be a standalone campaign, not necessarily directly related to your organization page, or you can select it. And you can see I've got a test organization in there. So I'm just going to leave it as none for now. I'm going to pick the type of campaign that I want to run here. So I can do a volunteer campaign, item donation, fundraising, awareness, or advocacy. And for right now, I'm just going to do awareness because this really is an awareness campaign that they're running. And then what's a little bit different is the action that you want people to take. So we can allow them to volunteer, to take a pledge, to sign a petition, to donate money, or to attend an event. The donate money is the one that actually requires additional information. So if it is a donation campaign, then you're going to need a place where they're going to actually go and click to actually make the donation. For right now, we're leaving this wide open so that whatever you're already using for donations, you can continue to use. And this could be on Georgia Gives Day. It could be on PayPal. It could be on Convio. It could be whatever you actually already use for donations. We are looking at other integrations with a number of different possible partners where we'll be able to get that data back from them and possibly even handle the donation directly on Lookup Atlanta. But for now, we're leaving it very open and kind of seeing what is going to be the most likely use of this. In my case, with this particular campaign, I'm going to make it take a pledge because the point here is really awareness, and we want people to pledge to share this particular information. So I'm going to leave the link to donation page empty, the donation goal empty, and the donations received empty. But if I were doing donation, again, I would set the goal of whatever let's say I want to raise, $2,000. I would put that there, and whatever amount I've already received. So in this case, I'm just creating it, so it's going to be empty. But what we want you to do is to come back and update this over time so that we can see if the goal was achieved. Over time, we're looking at, again, those integrations where that information will come back automatically, and then the system will know if the goal has been achieved or if not, and be able to see what the percentage was that was made of that. So from here, I've got everything I really need to create that initial campaign, so I'm going to save it. So we wait while it's saved, and it's saved. Now I'm going to view my campaign. Okay, so my campaign is called Growing Solutions to Summer Hunger. That little headline, that little short description was free summer food programs for kids. You can see it's got 0 supporters since I just created it. It's got 2 months left to go on there. I can pledge to support this campaign from here. I can also see those supporters. So if I'm going to go ahead and pledge it, okay, one person has supported, that's me. And I can view the supporters that have supported it. Right now, that's me as well. I have the descriptions of my particular campaign. I have a link going off site to get more information about that. And again, we want to have an obvious call to action in this part of the details. And again, I think the shorter, the better. This one's a little bit long. But basically, we're saying, if you're looking to get involved here, what can you do? We really want you to join the campaign and then share it on social networks using the buttons below. So in this case, maybe we wouldn't want to have the video because it kind of gets in the way. But we're also putting a lot of good information in here because really what we want you to do is use the service that the campaign's talking about. So you can text the word Food Georgia to this number, and it's going to provide the locations of where the free summer lunches are. So we've got our video, and then of course we have our sharing mechanisms at the bottom here. And the campaign can of course be shared on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+, on Pinterest, or LinkedIn. And again, depending on who your audience is, might depend on which ones you decide to do. But the whole idea is that we get everybody involved with Lookup Atlanta to share that campaign so we exponentially expand the reach that any of us might actually have. And so when I go in and share it, again, I can choose how I want to share it. And we're, of course, going to encourage the person who created the campaign to share it, and then everyone else as well. And again, to post it as many places as are relevant. So you can post it to your general updates. You can post it to groups in LinkedIn, and the same thing goes for Facebook. Or you can also send it directly to specific individuals. And so that's the idea of the campaigns, is that quick and easy to get up and running. Not a whole lot of assets that you actually need to get it moving, and that you can start to see some impact very, very quickly as you add supporters. The next thing is, as you go and update this and you're saying, okay, well, hey, we've achieved X out of my goal, you can go update it and it will email everyone who's a supporter of this campaign so that they can remain up to date on what's going on with the campaign that you're running. You can always get back to your campaign by just going to my account. And then you're going to scroll down to campaigns. And any campaigns that you're running, you can add multiple campaigns. Any campaigns that you're running will be showing up here, and you can click on edit. You can obviously, of course, delete it from here too. So from here, I can go and edit it again. You could say, well, my description's not quite right, or, I really want a different image. This one's not quite as good as what I really wanted. You can change the campaign details and update it to show whatever is the message you want to convey. You can even change the type of pledge from here. So I could make it instead, I actually want people to donate money. And I could put in my link here. So it would be a real link. So my goal is $10,000, and I've received 0 right now. And I can update my campaign. And there, so there it's updated and all set. So that's really all it takes to create a campaign from scratch. Very quick and easy. This is an example of one that we think is actually very relevant here. And so you can see growing solutions to summer hunger is now visible in the main campaign's landing page. And we can get to all the relevant details here.